Now we're joined with two very special guests. We have my friend Max. You guys don't know, but he's actually a Canadian legend, party guy. And then we have the delightful, the beautiful, the irresistible CeCe Rose.
Thanks for that intro. Hello.
Now I've made a few videos on Famous News about CeCe Rose because she is in fact walking clickbait. Have you heard that before?
I've heard that a couple times now, and that still shocks me to this day, but I see it online, so.
I follow you on TikTok. As soon as I've done that, I guess I watch the videos longer than the average guy because then I just get you all day.
Yeah, I have a lot of some of my friends' family where they're like, I followed you once and now you're everywhere. I have to unfollow you.
There's a lot of accounts. Like, I don't even know. We couldn't confirm which one was yours. There's like people pretending to be you.
There's a lot of people pretending to be me, and I'm like struggling to get them all taken down. But right now I have two Instagram accounts. I have my main, which is CC_Rose with 2 E's _, and then on my Reels account. So I think it's Reels CC or something. I can't confirm the name of that one. Then I have my two TikToks accounts. My main, which is the same as my IG bio, and then Real CC Rose is my backup.
Did your TikTok get taken down and then
I've
just come back to life?
I've had like 7 TikTok accounts been taken down, and I fighted pretty hard to try to get this one back because I finally made it to like 1 mil on there.
Yeah.
And I think it took like 7 months to get it back.
So it's back.
It's back now.
Like, I had a writer do a deep dive on you. Like, all she's got is like 200,000 followers. I'm like, no, there's a page with like 1.7. What is it?
I think it's 1.3 after it was like taken down. People were like unfollowing it because it was just a ghost account, but now it's at 1.3.
They won't let these hot chicks live.
No, I have a friend that started way before me, and she has an account with 9 million. And they won't even let her post.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's so weird because you think that they're like bringing so much business to TikTok, right? With 9 million followers. And the fact they can't even post, that's kind of crazy.
As soon as you have an OF link in your bio once, you're flagged for life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How do you get around that? Like,
I just keep making accounts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Imagine it was that easy. Like,
yeah. Just like, oh, I got banned on TikTok. I want to make another account. You know, like, I wish I could make another account and just become famous again. Like, right away, go viral every time. That's crazy.
Dude, I gotta write. I gotta do the equipment. I gotta hire editors. You literally just gotta jiggle.
Yeah.
But you figured out a way to do it.
It took me a while to learn that like the boot bounce was the key. But
tell us about the whole process of figuring that out.
I don't know, just like COVID hit and I saw people were going viral on TikTok and I was like, I want to make a bag. So I started an OnlyFans, started a TikTok account, and just went at it. I think between the span of 2020 to 2021, I had like 10 accounts that were just like demolished.
Yeah.
So wait, what is the boob bounce exactly?
Yeah.
I'm really curious. I don't personally know.
It's literally just that.
Oh,
that's it.
I wish I could do that.
Gravity.
I'm gonna go gain a lot more weight real quick. Damn, if it's that easy.
I put on a ton of weight. It goes the opposite for us, bro.
That's crazy.
So, and then, but like, it makes so much sense, right? Because they just gauge this stuff on how many people click and then how long they watch.
Yeah.
So the amount of times you bounce, everyone's just gonna keep watching.
Yeah. If I bounce or jiggle within the first 3 seconds, it'll be a good video for me.
It's a science. I'm so jealous. But congrats on all your success. Now,
Thank you.
Okay, so for you guys who don't know, she was in a Drake music video. So this is actually opening up all sorts of opportunities, doors. You're in LA, you're hanging out with all the reality TV stars. Mm-hmm. So I want to know a lot about your come up. I want to know what your dad thinks about you being on OnlyFans. But let's get to the Hollywood stuff and talk about Drizzy Drake.
Okay, well, what exactly?
How did you end up in his music video?
So Director X had been following me for a while, and then he reached out. I was actually like, it was moving day of me buying my first house. Like, I'm moving into my first house ever, and Director X like DM'd me and was like, hey, like, check your email. Like, my team's reaching out. Like, we want you for this. And I was like, I'm so busy right now this weekend. Like, I physically cannot. And he was like, look at the email. And I look at it and I'm like, okay, I can make this work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was basically it. Like, director and Drake just thought I was like a good fit for it, and they were like, we want you. And I was like, okay, bet, I'll be there.
And it was filmed at Casa Loma, or was it?
It was filmed out in Caledon in the forest, and then Casa Loma for the ending, yeah.
Sorry, where was the woods?
Caledon.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Do you know the music video I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just saw it like right now. I was like sitting there, I'm like Googling you, I'm like trying to figure out stuff, and then I see a short, and I just see you, and I'm like, she's fully in a Drake video, and it was kind of hilarious. Like the subject matter of what I was seeing, like it was some like Romeo Juliet type stuff. I don't know. And you were like getting taken by
Yeah,
people,
I
and then
killed
Drake
someone.
was like fighting for you, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I want Drake to come take me and save me. You know, I want to be rescued. So wait, how did that feel? Like meeting Drake? Obviously, you know, he's one of the biggest Canadian icons of all time.
Well, I was stunned at first, just even being on set. I really started listening to Drake music. Like, I didn't get into him until like 2020 actually, and then I listened to him heavy before starting like my OnlyFans and like me starting on social media. So like me meeting him just became really full circle to me.
I feel like that's crazy. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of people that do content meet a lot of people and like meet people that, you know, of different, you know, sizes of community and all that. And, but I feel like Drake is just like such a different level. Like, it's like, you know, I get shocked when I've met like random TikTokers with like 40 million followers. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like, you know, Drake, that's just crazy.
And like, he was the first person I met in the industry
oh, that's
too.
even crazier.
Because
So
I
that
started
means
in
that
COVID.
Anyone that follows is kind of like,
I put him on the
wouldn't
same
say
pedestal.
that,
He's
but-
like Michael Jackson, Eminem, Michael Jordan. I thought music, but he's like the top.
Yeah.
And how was he?
crazy.
What was it like on set? Like, did you guys
He's a
chill?
super sweet person. Yeah, we connected. Yeah.
What's that mean?
Well, we just like vibe. We have like very much like the same mindset when it comes to work and stuff. So we just talked about like the industry a little bit, and yeah.
Gave you good advice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Good for you. And
Thank
did that open up any other opportunities? Like, are you more of an actress now, or?
Well, I was actually a drama nerd in high school, so that was always like a part of me that I never got to express in my adult life. And then I didn't even know what I was doing for the video. It was like kind of like, hey, we want you, show up. And I was like, okay. Then I was thrown into the acting role. They were like, hey, this is what you're doing. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then everyone's like, you're really good, you should act. And I'm like, I want to.
So we were speaking in the DMs. I'm like, what is your ambition here? Like, do you want to be like a porn star, or do you want to be a TikTok famous, or do you want to date Drake? Anyway, you were telling me acting is what really interests you. What kind of roles do you think you would do?
I don't know. I haven't been able to fully explore it mentally right now, but it was something that I was really into in high school, something that I was able to do pretty well, if I were to say so myself. So it's just something I want to dabble into now and just see where I could end up.
Now, you make Max makes movies. Like, what would you cast her as?
it's actually like I would cast like recently I've been looking into more of like the drama, like young drama entertainment type of
Okay.
scene. Like I feel like you'd be like one of those characters in like Euphoria, shows like that. Just
Okay,
'cause,
I can
like,
see that.
You know, you're kind of like the same. It's very typecast like that show, I find, and I feel like you kind of fit in that vibe, that energy,
Yeah.
the way you look, you know, all that stuff, your age, right? Because wait, how old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Oh,
23.
I would say, I don't know. You could be older than me or younger than me. This is crazy. 24.
I just turned 24.
Oh, okay, same.
Yeah.
So we're the same age.
Okay.
99.
I didn't even look
Yeah.
that
Crazy.
up. Yeah.
You were-
I
you were
did
close
look
to
that
that.
up. I did look that
You
up.
knew.
Yeah. So you think she'd be like The Idol's a brand new show?
Yeah, I haven't had time to watch The Idol yet. I've been super busy, but like just based on like the fact that it's the weekend and stuff like that, I feel like that's like another thing that probably, you know, it's a very sex-centric show.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those types of things like would be good for you. Have you like acted in anything other than the Drake video?
Not really, no.
And you want to really
Yeah.
badly. Are you like, just a word of advice, if you really, really want to act, you can also go ahead and start making your own, you know, content. You know, obviously, you know, you probably make a decent amount of money. You can invest in yourself and actually, you know, get a team together and try to make your own movie, show, anything like that. That's also an option.
Oh my God,
Get
I would
yourself out
totally.
there.
You should do like a Sydney Sweeney, like steal one of her scenes, like she's in
Yeah.
the bathroom, and recreate it. Not only would your fans love it, but you'd like target a whole new fan base of Euphoria fanatics, and you might even get like the director Sam Levinson being like, "Oh, I do have a role for her brown sister in brown-haired sister in season 3." I don't know. It's an
That's
idea.
actually a really good idea. I might just take that.
I could see you do it because you know what? They're giving opportunities to people that work in the adult industry. Well, Chloe Cherry got a huge, and she's like a porn star, and then Sophia Mudd's on their show.
I
So
know.
he's giving opportunities to girls that work in this industry.
Yeah, no, when I saw Sophia post on Instagram about it, I was just like, whoa. I was like, okay, there is a shot. Because I got very in my head of like OnlyFans, like girls are looked at a certain way in like real movie world. So I got really in my head about it, but then seeing her, I was like, okay, I still have a shot.
Totally. And she's only, what, 24? Oh, you're laughing. Okay, so let's move on to the reality TV world. I feel like you know a bunch of these people as well. The Too Hot to Handle kids out in LA.
Yeah, I met a few of them. What's that guy's name? The one that everyone thinks is super attractive. Harry Jowsey.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
A few of those guys. And like, there's another guy. There's one from Canada. A guy.
Obi?
Yeah, I think.
Obi's
Obi.
one of my good homies.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I met him through my friend Andreas, because he's like friends with all the Too Hot to Handle people. I met a lot of random reality show people when I was in LA, like because I kind of got addicted to going there, and then I just started,
LA?
yeah, I got addicted to going to LA.
Fair.
Like it was just like I'd feel not motivated here, and then go to LA, and then feel super
That's
motivated.
the exact boat I'm in right now.
Yeah, if you go to LA, like I feel like you come back, like, you know, I always say this, but if you're a content creator and you feel like you're in like kind of a rut, go to LA for like even a weekend, and like you'll come back just being so motivated
Yeah.
to like do everything. And
I've only been there twice, and I'm already looking for a place out
Yeah.
there. Like,
where are you
sure.
looking in LA?
everywhere, just
Everywhere. Definitely try to aim for like
West Hollywood area.
yeah, West Hollywood area for sure. Like
Yeah.
not East Hollywood. East Hollywood.
I just stayed in
It's
East
funny.
Hollywood.
We stayed at
Really?
the exact same Airbnb. It was so weird. I'm on Instagram going through stories, and then out of nowhere I see his story, and I'm like, I swear I stayed in this exact place like 2 months ago, and then I messaged you, and it was fully the place in East Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's right on the cusp, but it's definitely
Yeah,
East
it's
Hollywood.
like yeah. And
The
there's,
food
like,
options were like Vietnamese or nothing.
yeah,
Thai. It's the Thai
It wasn't-
area.
But the rooftop there, did you go on the roof at all?
I didn't get. There was big parties, crazy people, which
The
turned
roof
into
was
like
really
domestic
fun.
abuse.
Oh.
I wasn't that bougie. It was
roof was fun.
it was Hollywood.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't go to East Hollywood. Definitely
Yeah,
stay.
definitely stay West Hollywood, like, you know, closer to the hills. Like, you know, that's
Okay.
a much nicer area.
So your second time there, and of course the buzz, like, because you know what it is, fame is a commodity there. In Toronto, people are like, oh, you're famous for what? Like, they sell this following, and there's so many sponsorships. Like, the buzz is just tenfold. I'd say 1,000-fold. So I think you'll kill it there. Tell us,
Appreciate it.
where were you staying? Who were you hanging out with? How long were you there?
I was, well, the last time I went, I was staying in like a little bit of everywhere just to see what area I liked the best. I was in the hills at one point. I was in West Hollywood. I got sick of the city at one point and just fled to Topanga for the weekend because I was like, I need some nature back into my life.
I didn't even
But
know what that. I thought that was just an actress. Topanga.
Topanga, it's by Malibu.
Oh,
It's like,
you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not far from, like, I think Tarzana is not far from that area. Like,
I thought that was a Disney movie. I
west.
don't fucking know these things. Okay. Go ahead.
but yeah, some of my homies are the Too Hot to Handle cast.
So who's the one you know the most? Obi?
I think me and Obi probably are closest in the bunch now, maybe. Really good friends with Jason too from Dated and Related.
Was he the really good-looking guy?
I didn't watch that show, so I can't tell you.
No, you sent me. There was someone on Instagram that was like, he looked
Oh, that
like
was Daniel.
Daniel. He looks
Yeah.
like a superhero.
Like a super. Okay. I think that whole like group is just a bunch of good-looking people. So.
Yeah. What happens when are you guys famous in LA when you're all sitting at a table, or you're just so good-looking everyone's like,
Well, I hang out with most of them like at events and stuff, so it's like everyone there knows everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys date, and like, is it all
Like us in general or me in the group?
you in the group? I feel like you guys must all
No.
fall in love and fall out of love,
just like how it is in the reality show.
or
right?
save it for the cameras are rolling. I don't know.
No, they're all just homies to me. Like, yeah, like I'm not currently dating. I'm kind of just focusing on myself and my career. So
No way.
Wait, then
Genuinely.
what is your type?
My
Like,
type?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of your followers would want to know exactly like what is your type.
My type, I don't know if I really have too much of a type. It's more of like a vibe. And I feel like that's such a like basic girl thing to say, but
No, that's fair though. That's fair.
like
I don't know. I'm so out of this. I'm
You're
so
just like,
married.
I'm married.
I
What do
forgot
I
about
say?
all this shit. What the fuck is a vibe? Like, my wife's just happy if I wear clean underwear. Like, that's my vibe. What is a vibe? I don't even know.
well, what was the vibe that you felt when you first met your wife?
We both love dogs. She was hot, and she just kept putting up with, what other people were like, you're nuts. She's like, I like this about you. And I was like, oh, someone appreciates me. She's off camera. I don't know. You fall in love, right? So,
Yeah.
like, is that a vibe?
I guess so. But I don't know. I've kind of like, I make it very apparent to like everyone I meet right now that it's like, that's not what I'm doing at this time of my life. So
Is it like white guys, black guys, tall guys, short guys? Does it matter?
it literally doesn't matter to me.
I thought you had a boyfriend, or is that an ex-boyfriend?
No, ex-boyfriend.
And do any of them get involved with your work? Like, do they take pictures? Are they in the work? Are they
There's one boyfriend that was vaguely in the work at one point. But
like his feet? What's vaguely mean?
I mean, if I don't know how to say this in a not graphic way. I mean, like he came on my face and I sold those pics. Like that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's so the idol. That is so.
I know it literally is.
You sold those pics on your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Those are a hot ticket.
Yes, sir.
I bet. Yeah, he contributed. Did you have to pay him for his contribution?
No.
Imagine. I want 20%.
No, there are guys out there now though. I have a friend. I'm gonna say distant friend just cause, but they're a friend who's recently started like going out with a girl that does OnlyFans, and like she's now paying him for like doing videos with her. So he's like now making a bag, and this guy wasn't making like a bag before.
Like full on like scenes with her though?
Yeah, he's doing like no face or anything, but like he's in the scenes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna like see me saying this, be like, "Are you kidding me? You're telling people." People are gonna come to conclusions. I don't know who the girl is though. That's the thing. So it'd be hard to find.
It's so fucked to me because I'm quite a bit older than you, and I was around like when Drake was doing Degrassi. I was doing acting stuff, right? So I've been doing this for a long time. But if you had a dick pic out there, or if any way like someone posted anything nude about a girl, like your career was done.
I know.
This is like 5 years, 6-7 years ago. Then the Kardashians and the sex tape, and they became the richest, and the internet took over, and it all changed. But for me, my mind's blown because I'm so like old school and traditional. I'm like, no one's gonna want to look at me. But it's all flipped on its head. Like I'm saying, this is gonna open up tons of
Now it's like
opportunities.
worse if like you're like a TikTok influencer and someone sees you vaping, than if like your nudes get released.
You're not wrong though.
Like it's so weird. Like it fully is like worse. Like if you're some TikTok, like I remember like for a while like I was getting like kids following me and stuff, and then they would be like, "Oh, you vape," and I'm like, well, like my whole content, I drink, partying, like get fucked up. Like, like of course I vape, like, you know, it is what it is. And then they were like trying to get in on the whole, like, oh, that's bad for your health. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm an adult. Like,
So is drinking, but no one talks
yeah,
about
no one
that.
talks about that. They immediately shit on you if you vape. Like, but I probably could have released a dick pic and not gotten shit on.
What happens if they see a cigarette? That's like,
I feel like cigarettes in a
suicide.
weird way are like not
They made
as
a
bad
comeback.
as vaping. Like more people are smoking cigarettes. When I was in LA, I hung out with a bunch of like these influencer girls, and they were all smoking cigarettes, all of them. I was shocked. I was like, and then I was like vaping, and they thought it was weird that I was vaping and not smoking. Like we're all standing outside Saddle Ranch, and I'm like, this is weird. I should be smoking. And then I started smoking, which is bad.
what about you, CeCe? What are your vices? Do you have any? Do you drink, smoke?
I smoke weed. I never really used to drink, and then you go to LA and everyone's offended if you don't. So I partook in that. I vaped for the first time on my birthday this year, just because I'm really close with like the Fire Gang. Do you know who the Fire vape company? So I'm really close with the homies there. So there was just vapes everywhere, and I'm like, let me see what the fuss is about. And I was like, nah, I don't need this. Yeah, but their weed pen's great.
I'm so rude. Now I'm on like a sober kick. I'm drinking alcohol-free beer. Do you guys want one, or are you okay?
I'll
I'm
try
good.
one.
You want one?
I've honestly only ever drank one non-alcoholic beer in my entire life. Let's see how it tastes.
So this is craft. So it's actually like got some flavor to it. It's not water. Do you want one, CeCe, or are you okay?
Yeah, I might as well try one.
All right.
It's an IPA as well. Oh, it's got a little bit of alcohol in it.
A little,
0.3.
yeah. You can still,
0.3%.
Yeah, but so does
you can have
kombucha.
8 and drive home.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Shout out to Woodhouse Brewing Co. All right, guys, as you know, I'm on a bit of a journey. I actually decided to give up drinking alcohol. For me, that's it's easier said than done. I'm Irish. I was a bit of a frat boy when I was in college, so I love a beer. That's why I'm thankful I hooked up with Woodhouse Brewing Co. because they actually gave me alcohol-free beer. Like, I got a whole case of it. I love this IPA. It's absolutely delicious. And if you're thinking of doing something similar or looking for an alternative, I highly suggest Woodhouse Brewing Co. The IPA, they also got a lager. There's a link down below. Check it out. Thanks a lot.
I actually really like that.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of tasty.
For an NA beer, it's like,
Like, if I wasn't a drinker, I would drink this.
yeah.
Like, if I decided to quit drinking, which
So
I
you're
don't
a heavy
think I'm-
drinker?
Okay, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just in my 20s. That's what I always say. You know, there's a difference. I only drink on days that end in Y. But I use the French calendar. Do any of them end in Y in the French calendar? No, I definitely use the English calendar half the week. But yeah, no, I drink quite a bit, but like not too much that it's like unhealthy. You know, only on Saturdays. It's the worst day. But then every other day is count.
You guys are in your 20s. I'd say go nuts till you're 32.
Go
I'm like
nuts.
37, so it's like, all right, like we're trying to have kids and stuff, and I'm like, at some point you gotta. I started getting the belly and all. I'm like, all right, I'll just slow it down.
COVID, like at the very start when we were all quarantining, I remember like I was doing Zoom streams and like I was streaming on Twitch, doing Zoom calls like Bachelorette, like all this stuff, and I was drinking heavily. And it got to a point I was drinking like a 24 pack a day, like in my room, and then out of nowhere I'm like, holy crap. I was like 190 to like 225 in the span of like 2 weeks. And then like I realized beer really does make you gain weight really quickly.
I think one of my friends was saying 1 can of beer is equivalent to 7 pieces of bread.
And it's funny because I used to always say like if I was drinking on an empty stomach, I would just be like, well, it's liquid bread, so I ate anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't know 7 pieces
7
of bread.
pieces.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
bread. Holy.
Just to promote Woodhouse Brewing, these are about 30 calories, so they're like super good for you.
It tastes good too.
Now, CeCe, if you were to put on weight, where would it go?
Honestly, my ass. I'm genetically blessed like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, my mom and my grandmother, I almost called her Nana. I only call her Nana because I'm Italian. But they're very tiny build with giant asses. I just happen to be the one to also get boobs.
And the genetic lottery winner,
Yes.
if I must add. Can you tell? I'm sure people are curious. I'm sorry, my wife's watching, but what size are we talking about here?
32E.
E.
I was like,
Jesus.
E, that's crazy.
For elephant.
What?
E.
That is
Yeah.
actually
I haven't
crazy.
heard that before.
Yeah. My mom was making a joke to me. She called me like last month. She was like, by the way, like you owe me half your career. And I'm like, why? She was like, remember when you were in grade 8 and wanted a breast reduction and I wouldn't let you?
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's funny how it starts, right? Like girls get like, I guess other girls are jealous and all the guys don't know what to do with it. They tease you for
Yeah.
having these, right?
Yeah, well, at one point in high school, I was an F. So I went vegan like 7 years ago. So I lost like a little bit back then.
Jesus.
So yeah.
I can't even imagine an F.
That's crazy.
No, it was insane. It was a problem then.
And then
Did your
there's-
back hurt? Like,
Oh, insane. Well, I have arthritis in my whole body, so it's a
oh,
double
that's
whammy.
horrible.
And
That
you're
really
like
sucks.
when I first met you, I was like, oh, there she is. Like you're tiny.
No, everyone that meets me, they're like, you're so much smaller in person. I guess I just stand really close to the camera in all
Yeah.
my videos.
Yeah, no, for sure. I thought you'd be like almost 5'10" or something.
Really?
What are you?
Like, I think I'm 5'5".
Wow.
Yeah.
Pocket.
There are a lot of girls that you meet them and they're so much smaller than you think they're gonna be. Like when you meet them in real life. Like one of my friends, Sierra, you made a video about Sierra once, a little TikTok about her. When I met her, she's like 5 foot tall, maybe. Like she's so.
I can't
short.
remember. Is she another?
She's the one
Model?
that I did a podcast with. She has really big boobs.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah,
an
yeah,
OnlyFans
yeah.
girl.
She's also doing the jiggle.
Yeah, she does the jiggle. I didn't know what the jiggle was. Now I know what the jiggle is. So like, yeah, she does the jiggle. And yeah, she was like so much smaller. Like I looked at her Instagram. I'm like, oh, she's got to be like 5'7", 5'8". And then I meet her and I'm like over a foot taller than her. I'm like, no way.
Now, can you like? Are you the? I know that you probably whoever wins this all and all the glory and all the fame is probably the girl with that does it the best or whatever. But are you one of the pioneers of this? Because I see it everywhere now.
I don't know. A lot of my friends were saying they're like, you kind of started the boob bounce and I see it everywhere. Like, I don't want to take claim for that, but I started in 2020 and like rose up. Like one of my good friends, do you know who Alyssa is?
No.
She, I think, is like one of the pioneers of like e-girls. Like she blew up before like doing this was a thing. So I kind of followed after her.
Alyssa, she's short
Griffith,
as well.
yeah,
Blonde girl.
No, black hair.
Doesn't matter. Their cosplay. Their hair could change every day.
Fair enough. But yeah, she was one of like the main cosplay girls. So I like started after her, and then like she kind of like took a break because TikTok like smited her so hard that she was like, I need a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you ever do like the cosplay thing? Because there's a big market for that.
I like started to, but it's so much time and not my like specific niche. Like I already used to make like cosplays when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
So I do like it, I just don't have enough time on my plate right now.
What about YouTube? So I used to work with a girl named Azzyland, and she was a cosplayer turned YouTuber. She did get like 13 million subscribers and making OnlyFans money, but on YouTube.
Okay.
Huge success story. Lives in a penthouse, whatever. Have you ever thought of doing YouTube videos?
Yeah, so that's something that I want to start before like the end of the summer. So I have a channel up. It's in my bio. So people can go follow me. Right now, I think the only video I have on it is the trailer for the calendar I put out last year. And that's pretty much it.
Being a creep, I watched that. But I think you should make keep your sex appeal and all, but if you make family friendly, which that Azzy girl does, obviously YouTube's more family friendly, whatever. Yeah. You can make a bag because people are gonna you are clickbait. So people are gonna watch, and then if the stuff's not gonna trigger any alarms, you could be living both
You
lives.
make family content, all the dads are clicking, being like, kids, let's watch the new LOL surprise toy unboxing.
Even the kids even the kids are like
Yeah. So kind of like Anna Paul vibes.
Anna Paul.
Do you not know who Anna Paul is?
No, I need the youth to tell me this stuff.
She's like the biggest OnlyFans girl in Australia, so it's like kind of her vibe. Or she's like ginormous on OnlyFans, posts like nudes on Twitter, but like is so PG on like TikTok and YouTube and makes a bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's challenging to break up your personas, but that is the way to do it.
She nailed it. Yeah.
Wow. Anna Paul, we'll have to look that up and perhaps do it before they're famous. I got two more things I want to talk about, and then I want to get my wife in here because she wants to ask you some questions about OnlyFans.
Okay.
I shouldn't have missed the boat, but you were talking about your family and your genetics. So you're Italian, and they all have big booties. Is all the women endowed like you as well?
Well, they have like boobs, but I wouldn't say as big as mine. But yeah,
you have no idea where it came from.
Like it's there, but it's not like as prominent as mine. So I also only know my mom and my grandmother on that side of the family. So because everyone else is in Italy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like that Italian. You can trace it back.
Yeah.
And where did you grow up in Toronto?
North York area, Keelan Wilson.
And you went to school there?
Yeah.
And did you work any like part-time jobs?
So my first job ever, I still love these people to this day, was at a little ice cream shop on a food truck before they even had a store. It's called Eva's Original Chimneys. They made like Hungarian pastry cones. So I started working there when I was like 15. And I think I stopped when I was like 18. But yeah.
Wow.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
That is so much commitment.
No, I love the people, like the owners and like everyone I met from there. It was like very much like a family vibe.
I bet they loved you. They're like, this girl's bringing in so many customers.
Where is that place?
454 Bloor Street West.
Oh, you even know the address.
I
You're
know.
ready to advertise.
It was in my phone as home for how often I was there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And do they know of your fame now?
Oh, 100%. Like the main owner, I like still text her to this day. Yeah.
I have to ask, what does your dad think about all this?
He doesn't fully know about like the OnlyFans. He's aware that I'm hot. He knows that I make money online. He has people in his life that like show him my stuff. Like obviously like no one actually knew about me online family wise until the Drake video. That was like my coming out video. And that was like pretty cool way to come out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow. So you were moving, you change your life. You become financially successful before really people even.
I know.
in.
Like I bought my first house like when director asked me about the video and everyone's like, CeCe, how? And I was like, don't worry about it. And then the video came on. They're like, okay, we'll leave you alone. We understand.
So dad seems cool, or he just seems to not want to know?
A bit of both, but like he supports me. Like me and my dad have always had like a really tight relationship. So it's like something that we don't talk about, but we're like both agreed on that it's like chill.
Cool. Sounds like a pretty cool dad.
Yeah.
So we didn't do OnlyFans because we're just a bit older and we just felt it just didn't translate for us. But do you have any advice for young women out there that want to get on OnlyFans, make a career? How to decide like what's the right mix of tastefulness and profit or whatever?
Well, my biggest advice would be make sure you actually want to get on it for the right reasons, not just to make a bag. Like I've always been very confident in my body, so it was a no-brainer to me. But then you also have to be pretty strong about your boundaries. Like go into it knowing like, hey, I'm only going to do X, Y, and Z, and don't let like the industry or like there's going to be high months and low months. Like don't let the low months push you to do what you don't want to do kind of thing.
Tell me, you said you reply to all the comments. Is that physically possible?
On all the comments.
Like all the men. Oh, DMs. Like
DMs. Yeah. On OnlyFans, I do all of my DMs myself. Like I run my own account.
Oh, you don't have like management? Or
I don't
like that?
know.
Well, that's cool because I see like most people on OnlyFans, like it's a management company, typically replying a lot and stuff like that. So it's cool that you.
It's
do it
literally
yourself.
all me. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
It's like, you know, I feel like people underestimate how much work goes into actually doing that.
It was definitely easier in COVID when I had nothing better to do. But now that I'm like trying to like live life and like branch out my career, it's a little bit harder. But
is there stuff in those DMs that are not for the faint of heart? Like,
what do you mean?
Like eggplants and all sorts
Ratings?
of
Oh, all the time, all the time.
So ratings?
Yeah, that's a fundamental part of the
Yeah, because
infrastructure.
isn't like a lot of the money, I always hear this from everyone, the majority of your income on OnlyFans comes from your messages. Like
Yes,
your
100%.
Like all that stuff, not the subscription or anything like that. So how much do you charge for a subscription?
So my page is actually free.
Wow. See that? She's got a free OnlyFans, everyone. But and then you charge for all the stuff in the messages and stuff like that.
Yeah, and everything on the wall. Like there's some free stuff on the wall, but then the prime stuff is pay to unlock.
That's pretty cool.
Is the OnlyFans like is the best days behind you, or does it keep getting better? Is there new features, or it just ebbs and flows?
It ebbs and flows. Yeah, like I don't want to say the best days are behind me because I don't know what's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been on the internet for 10 years, and I thought like, oh, my first YouTube paycheck was the most because it was, but like then all of a sudden Adpocalypse, I'm like, it's never gonna be, and then boom, I hit it again big. Like it's really when they say it's a marathon, not a sprint, because some new platform like Snapchat became my like biggest platform, and where the hell did that come from? Like it always just new opportunities.
Snapchat came out of nowhere. Like I
know.
did a few spotlight things on Snap, and I was like, and then I got a message, and I'm like, oh, I got money from posting random crap on Snapchat. That's awesome. Like Spotlight's really dope. But something I was wondering that I've always wondered with the OnlyFans top creator thing. You know, it always has like, I always see girls post like, oh, I'm in the top 0.1%, or you know, I'm in the top percent. But I always see like every girl post that.
Top 1% is very easy to get into.
So like a lot of like, but it's still only 1%. It's crazy.
I would be bottom 1%. Do you think it's not that easy? You think it's easy?
Well, for a female, it's pretty easy.
No,
like I have
it's easy.
I have a couple like ex friends that like barely use their account, wouldn't really do well, and they were in the they were in the top 1%.
That's
It's so
So it's 0.1%.
it's so
That's
yeah.
really
The
tough.
friend I'm talking about, she was in the top 0.08%.
Oh,
where it's like
that's
I'm in
really
the
tough.
top 0.01%.
You are.
Yeah.
You're in the top 0.01%. Jesus. How many people use OnlyFans? That's a crazy statistic. That's actually insane.
Right, because like it also takes anyone that has an account in general. So it's like you can have like 200 men that have an OnlyFans, but they're not posting. So they're in the 100%.
Oh, that makes
So
a
as soon as
lot
you're a
of
creator
sense.
on it, it's really easy to get into the 1%.
Oh.
So it's even people that just have an account.
Yeah.
They're in the percentage. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot more like, I was like, how is so many people in the 1%? Like,
Yeah.
how are there that many people, you know? And now that makes so much
I feel
more
like
sense.
I just spilled like an industry secret.
Well, now I'm like so happy to know that because I was so confused. I was like, why is every girl I meet these days like a famous OnlyFans girl? Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
there
like-
can only be so many people in the 1%.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no one's bragging about I'm in the top 5%. Everyone's in this.
I'm in the top percent of creators. Yeah.
Oh my god! And would you? Obviously, it's changed your life financially.
Oh, it
and
has.
The opportunity just to work with Drake and the people you're hanging out with at your
Not
age.
even that. When I first started, I was like, so I went from that first restaurant job to another like catering company where I was like making meat and stuff, even though I'm a vegan. And it was like, I love the people, love the environment, but the job was slowly killing me. So I was like, I told myself when I started, I was like, as long as I never have to work for someone again like that, I'm set.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
I love seeing people change their life with the power of the internet. And all the I checked out your OnlyFans with my wife, and we thought it was pretty tasteful, and we thought
Did
Appreciate
you go in
that.
the messages? Like, did you buy?
Were you texting me and I didn't know?
you didn't get any money from us, but we did. We were said this is tasteful stuff, and you're a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
We didn't see anything that we would be like, embarrassed of. Listen, I don't know. congrats.
Thank you.
And you've been so nice. You know, we make these videos on you, and maybe I'll crack a few jokes and all. But you've been so friendly in the DMs.
Yeah.
And we try to hook up in LA, and then we try to hook up in Toronto. And you came out today, and it was
I appreciate you for having me. It's actually funny. My little cousin, she just found out about me doing everything, and she sent me your video. She was like, "CeCe, you made it."
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A bunch of my friends, they were all like, "You made it," when he shouted my name out when he was reacting to a podcast I had done with another girl, and then everyone's like, "Yo, Max, you were shouted out in this video." Like, no way. I'm like, yeah, I know Michael. He's a nice guy.
I gotta move to LA. I know.
LA is amazing.
I'm the king of clout. I give it away.
I'm surprised you don't live there.
I go, but it's, I guess I was old. I didn't make money till I was 30, right? So I was like, do I want to move to LA? I was just happy to start making money. And then COVID. I think I had an offer and a deal to go, and COVID hit, and then I was like, and then COVID just went on for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
That was crazy. Have you noticed a lot of influencers have been moving, migrating out of LA to other surrounding areas like Arizona, Texas, kind of all over now, just because I think that LA has gone so saturated with it. Everyone is just an influencer in LA. Everywhere you go, it's just influencer central,
It's also a little, obviously you want to live in the hills, but I'm shocked
all
that
the hills are so nice.
No, but Hollywood Boulevard smells like pee.
Yeah, if you go, Hollywood Boulevard, but there is nice, if you're staying there, obviously I think the nicest hotel to stay at is Hotel Roosevelt, right on Hollywood Boulevard. It's the best hotel there. But then also if you want to get an Airbnb, I do suggest going to the hills. I don't know how much Airbnbs are. I stayed with someone in the hills, and it was so nice. Just it's peaceful, but you don't get phone service. There's no phone service in the hills. If you call an Uber, you gotta hope that we'd be always at the house calling an Uber, and there's this big long driveway that goes uphill and a gate, and we'd be calling the Uber and they couldn't contact us, and we would just need to be looking at the camera to find out if they're there every minute, because they can't call you, and then they get lost because there's no service, so no map.
I feel like that's so counterproductive, being in
But
LA with no service.
But it's so nice.
I think
That's
Chris
fair.
Brown just puts a bubble over the hills. I don't want no one knowing about my dirty deeds in the DMs. I don't know why I'm throwing shade at Chris Brown. What can you tell us? What celebrities have reached out to you beyond Director X, or is that too much to ask?
It's too much to ask. It's funny that you mentioned Chris Brown, because I was at a party with him not that long ago, but we didn't talk at all. I was just oh, it's Chris Brown, chill.
Yeah. He knows what he's a party guy. He knows what's up.
Being at parties with famous people is really cool sometimes. I don't know. I used to find it really, really cool. There's I remember I saw Steve Aoki, and then I was like, no way, Steve Aoki. And then a week later, I was flying somewhere else, and I heard on the intercom, Steve and Aoki, come get your baggage. And I'm like, no way, we're destined to meet at some point and hang out,
There was actually one celebrity I fangirl just being in the same bathroom line as her. It's Keke Palmer. I was just standing there. I was just True Jackson VP theme song going through my head, just having a little moment.
That's cool.
Amazing. Well, okay, we got to wrap this up at some point, so I'm going to do it now. Max, you're fantastic. I would love you to come maybe host the Before They Were Famous if you're willing to do so.
I would do it. I'll be down.
I'm
always down.
You seem
Bring some of these and I'll do it. I'm down with the Woodhouse Brewing Company. Alcohol-free IPA. Very good. I'm not sponsored, but it's delicious. I'm just saying.
Thank you so much for joining us. We should do more of these, and we will be putting together Before They Were Famous on the lovely CeCe Rose. Thank you so much for coming in. Where do people follow you, CeCe?
CC_Rose with 2 E's _ on IG. You can find everything in the link in bio there, especially the OnlyFans. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Guys, go follow her and watch her jiggle.
Jiggle.
Max, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at itsmaxtcb, and I don't want you to find me anywhere else. Find me there. Find me on Instagram for now.
I really should have done you, because they're all gonna go follow her and they're gone. I'm just kidding.
Follow me and I'll let you know what the couch smells like after. No, for all the simps out there.
That's it. Boom!